Blackstone Audio presents The Early Ayn Rand, Revised Edition, a selection from her unpublished fiction, edited with an introduction and notes by Leonard Peikoff. Preface to the Revised Edition. This revision adds 2 short stories to the collection, thereby placing all 6 short stories by Ayn Rand in one volume. The previously unpublished story The Night King has been included, as well as the story The Simplest Thing in the World, reprinted from The Romantic Manifesto. The first of these, most likely written in 1926, seems to be her first attempt at fiction in English. The second, written in 1940, demonstrates the command of the English language she achieved over this 14-year period. Nearly a decade of organizing and cataloging her papers by the Ayn Rand archives has allowed some refinement in dating the original manuscripts, which is reflected in this edition. References to the sales figures of her novels have been updated to the present day. Other than that, Leonard Peikoff's introduction and prefaces are exactly duplicated from the previous editions of the early Ayn Rand. Richard E. Ralston, Revision Editor, August 2004. Introduction. In 1926, Ayn Rand was a 21-year-old Russian immigrant to America, struggling with her first short story in English. She was barely able to speak the language, let alone handle complex ideas or project a convincing hero. In 1938, a mere 12 years later, she was writing The Fountainhead, in full command of her distinctive philosophy, aesthetic approach, and literary style. A progression such as this represents an astonishing intellectual and artistic growth. The present book is an anthology of Ayn Rand's fiction from this early period, arranged chronologically. I have decided to publish this material because I believe that admirers of Miss Rand will be interested to learn by what steps she developed her literary abilities. They can now see the steps for themselves. Only one of the pieces, Think Twice, can be considered finished, mature work. The others are offered not as finished ends in themselves, but primarily for the light they shed on Ayn Rand's development during her most critical, formative decade as a writer. None of the pieces has been published before, nor did Miss Rand intend to publish them. The novels of the mature Ayn Rand contain superlative values that are unique in our age.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?